Here's a tale of $100 well spent. So the summer going into my senior year, I took summer school gym class because I thought it was pointless to include it in my schedule, and marching band didn't count as a physical activity credit. The grade below us got it to count, starting with them, and I was so upset. But anyway, so it was like a week long class, and I was like, screw it, I'll take it. So the session that I took was in the summer, like the first one. And so that was during the time of Bonnaroo, and that happens in my hometown. And they use my gym as like the check in for the credentials of like people who are working the festival or whatever. So we couldn't even use the gym for gym class. So then we had to either go outside or use the cafeteria. But also, there's a law in Tennessee, if it gets like above a certain temperature, then you're not allowed to do physical activity outside, obviously for safety reasons, because they don't want you to overheat. So we would like do activities in the morning when it was cooler, but then by the afternoon it got too hot. So then we had to again do either like stretches in the cafeteria, or ironically we would use the band room and just watch sport related movies because there was like nothing else we could do. But then that session that I was booked during, the last like day or two, my mom and I already bought tickets like earlier in the year, and we were seeing the Glee concert, that like the 3D movie, the one that it's based on. Like that was the closest one to us was in Indianapolis from Tennessee, so we had to road trip like 5 hours just to go see it. And I told my teacher, I was like, hey, I already bought tickets to this. And then he was like, okay, that's fine, like just come during the makeup session. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, the day that I missed was the day that you were supposed to run the mile. And then there's another kid in that class who he broke his ankle for some reason. I think it was like we were playing like kickball or something, and he broke his ankle, so he also had to do a makeup session. But then that was the only session of gym that they were offering. So then, but there are other sessions of summer school. So then, like that following Monday, whenever I returned back from the concert, like it was just me and this kid with a bunch of other kids who were doing either like English, history, whatever other summer schools there were. But so there wasn't a gym class, so they didn't know what to do with us. So they just stuck us in the library. So I only had to do one extra day. So I would just had to sit there, just be like, they just had to like count me as present. So I'm in the library with these kids who were like studying whatever, but I had nothing else to do. So they just put me in front of a computer, and then they're like, "Oh, just do something." But it's also the school library, so all the like if I wanted to do like social media or anything, like all of that was blocked. This is 2011. There's not much like social media like it is now going on. Like literally any website I wanted to go to, even if I wanted to like look at online shopping or whatever, blocked. So then I just had to sit in front of the computer and just like take a nap basically. But I got out of running the mile, and I got to see the full Glee cast before everything went downhill. So all in all, a win.